This former Premier League club has been relegated to the third tier of English football, and today I'm going to rebuild this football club and give them a squad that will challenge to get back into the Championship at the first time of asking. The 2024-25 season for Cardiff City has been nothing short of a disgrace. They began with the worst start to a season in club history with just 1 point from their opening 6 matches. And throughout the whole season, they went through 3 different managers, with former Arsenal star and Cardiff Academy graduate Adrien Mazilu ending the season as interim manager. I mean, who could forget the final day of the season when they lost 4-2 away at Norwich City, who were managed by Jack Wilshere. Wilshere and Ramsey, the battle of the Arsenal. Fans and supporters groups criticised the board for a lack of transparency, a lack of clarity and long-term direction, and the club needed a restart. And that is where I come in. Cardiff will enter the 2025-26 League One season with a fresh outlook under new head coach Barry Murphy, following their relegation from the Championship as the Welsh side prepare for their first third-tier campaign since 2003. The club has undergone significant changes already during the summer, with the departure of experienced players such as Adrien Mazilu, Joe Rawls and Yaku Mite. However, one shining beacon of light for Cardiff City heading into the brand new season is some of the young players that have already broken through into the first team or could break through in the upcoming season, such as Kean Ashford, Joel Colwill and Dylan Lawler. So of course, as per usual, we have to take a look at the manager's style of play, formations and philosophy as we can decide from there who we could sign for Cardiff City in this particular video. So Barry Murphy's style of play is centred around a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1 formation. He advocates for a possession-orientated style, focusing on building the attacks from the back and maintaining control of the matches. His teams are usually known for implementing a high press so they can regain possession as quickly as possible and disrupt the opposition's build-up play with the counter press. He's also emphasised the development of young talent and aims to integrate Cardiff's academy prospects into the first team, as well as potential young first team signings in the transfer window, fostering a sustainable and dynamic squad. And I do think that bit is very, very important because Barry Murphy is used to working with the youth, having experience with Manchester City's academy. So I think the youth is a very important part of his philosophy and the way he implements a long-term plan for Cardiff City, not just getting back into the Championship, but sustaining that spot in the second tier and then pushing on to potentially get back into the Premier League one day. So what does Cardiff City need in the summer transfer window to help them compete to get back into the Championship? Well, in this video, I decided to go with a left back, a centre back, a right back, a central midfielder who can also operate in the 10 role, a winger either side, and an out-and-out right-sided winger. So let's start off with some defensive reinforcements who I think need to be comfortable playing out from the back and also comfortable in ball distribution. And I've gone with 3 players across that back line in the left back, centre back and right back roles that I think could play the system brilliantly under Barry Murphy. So we're going to kick off at left back, and I've gone for some experience with the highly touted Harry Toffolo from Nottingham Forest. Known for his overlapping runs, providing width and delivering crosses into the box, his stamina and his quickness allow him to support both defensive and attacking phases effectively, making him a more well-rounded experienced player for Barry Murphy's side. When it comes to 1v1 situations, he is a solid defender, and in terms of his comfortability, he's a reliable defender at the back as well. He's also composed under pressure and also has a history of contributing to the team's offensive play, providing assists and maybe the occasional goal or two. Beyond his on-field abilities, Toffolo has been involved in community initiatives with Nottingham Forest, serving as an ambassador for mental health programmes like Tricky to Talk. And if you do want to learn more about Tricky to Talk, I've left the link in the description down below so you can visit the website for yourself. And I think it was very important for me to mention that because it's not just about on the pitch, it's the kind of person you are off the pitch to the fans. And I think that if Cardiff City signed Harry Toffolo, they've got themselves an incredible ambassador off the pitch, as well as an experienced, well-rounded player on the pitch as well. His leadership qualities and community involvement could positively influence Cardiff's team culture and fan engagement, and I think the club would have a fantastic player on that left-hand side. If you think about it, for a left-handed side in the left-back role, you've got Joel Bagan and Harry Toffolo. I think those two are perfect for the top end of League One and would be the starting block that Cardiff could use to platform themselves to compete to get back into the Championship as quickly as possible. So now we go into the centre-back role, and someone who's been touted by quite a few League One clubs, and that is Bristol Rovers defender Connor Taylor. He's known to be a physical presence in the back line with strong aerial ability and true leadership qualities. He's an excellent tackler, great at positioning, and a commanding presence in the penalty area and in set-piece situations overall. Now, while he does have solid ball-playing abilities, I think his progressive passing and his distribution might need some refining. However, there's definitely a player there at only 23 years old, by the way. Taylor's versatility allows him to operate in various defensive roles, including as the right-sided centre-back in a back 3 formation or as a central defender in a back 4 formation. And his experience and adaptability makes him a valuable asset for Cardiff City as they aim to strengthen their defensive line in League One this season. It's clear to see why a lot of teams are looking at Connor Taylor, and I think if Cardiff paid the fee to snap him up, I think he would be a very fantastic signing for Cardiff City this summer. And finally, in the right back role, I've gone with a loan deal for former Brentford star and current St. Pauli star in the Bundesliga, Finn Stevens. Now, even though he's primarily a right back, he's also capable of playing on the left side of the back line, offering tactical flexibility, which is a trait that I'm sure manager Brian Barry Murphy would absolutely love in his sides. He boasts a strong tackle success rate, winning 67% of his challenges during his loan at Oxford United in the 2023-24 season. He's known for his crisp passing and also his ability to switch the play quickly and effectively, making him a really good young attacking right back who has a lot of great football intelligence on the pitch. His athleticism allows him to contribute effectively in both defensive and offensive situations, and I think regular first team football is crucial for his development and to maintain his place in the national team. Some people may look at this and think it's a more out of the box and more unrealistic style loan deal. However, I think Cardiff would still have the pulling power if they attracted the right personnel, and I think that he just ticks every single box for me for a type of Brian Barry Murphy style football player to work with this season. Next, we go into that centre midfield role, and I've gone with Alex Matos on loan from Chelsea. Now, he has had a previous loan spell in the EFL with Huddersfield Town, and I think he deserves another chance, and here is why. I think he's comfortable on the ball with a good passing range, and he's strong in breaking up opposition attacks. And he's also capable of playing various different midfield roles in the 6, the 8, and the 10. Now, one big trait I think that Alex Matos has is resilience and energy and stamina. And I think those few traits are crucial and pretty much demanding of English football. I think you need that resilience, you need that stamina, you need those fitness levels, and I think he carries all of that with him in my opinion. Now, the manager is known for his emphasis on youth development and attacking football, and I think that Matos' technical skills and adaptability would likely be valued with the manager's philosophy. The player's ability to control the tempo and break up opposition plays aligns well with Cardiff's evolving tactical approach. And I think he would be the perfect signing to learn off some of the more experienced players in the centre of midfield and really give him a real life lesson and a real learning lesson in the Football League in the 3rd tier this season. Finally, we go into the winger roles, and first of all, we're going to go with a winger who can play on either side, mainly of the winger position, and that is the experienced Malik Wilks, who's just left Sheffield Wednesday. Now, he has been touted by a number of League One clubs and offers from abroad as well, and there's absolutely every reason to suggest why he's been touted so much this summer. And no, I'm not just saying it because he was a Doncaster Rovers player. Wilks possesses significant pace and dribbling ability, which makes him a constant threat on the counter-attack and in one-on-one situations as well. Now, one of the big traits of Wilks is that he offers tactical flexibility and versatility, capable of operating in a number of different roles across that front line behind the striker. So for me, I think Wilks is the perfect player for Brian Barry Murphy's side, and I think that he offers the experience of the EFL needed to get out of the 3rd tier and back into the 2nd tier again. Known for his high work rate, he contributes defensively and can press the opposition effectively, and his ability to stretch defences using his pace and provide width complements Barry Murphy's tactical setup, and he offers a blend of experience, versatility and still potential that could bolster Cardiff City's attacking options. So Malik Wilks is someone who for me again ticks all the boxes of a Brian Barry Murphy signing, despite the fact he's not one of the younger players that he likes to work with. He's more of a more experienced player, but I do think that the gamble's worth taking. In fact, I don't even call it a gamble. I think he's the right level of experience that will complement the younger players that are already at Cardiff City or could be brought in to Cardiff City under this brand new manager. But we're going to end this video with another young player on loan from the Premier League on the right hand side of the wing, and that is Brighton's Adrien Mazilu, the Romanian talent with a lot to prove. Now he demonstrates exceptional acceleration and agility for his size, making him a potent threat on the counter-attack, demonstrating excellent close control also and ball manipulation in tight spaces. Now he does have a strong build which makes him maintain possession, hold off defenders under pressure, and it makes him one of the more stronger young wingers. And I think that experience out in Europe on loan in the previous campaigns has actually done him some good, and I think that he could bring that into a high-end League One side. It would be an ambitious signing when you look at some of his previous loan spells. However, I think it's definitely a signing that could happen under this manager. Now he's also inventive in one-on-one situations, often cutting inside to create goal-scoring opportunities. However, there is a few things that he does need to work on. But despite all those positives, there is a few things he does need to work on if he is indeed going to be loaned into a league such as the third tier. And I think what makes him a less well-rounded player and more predictable on the pitch is the limited use of his right foot. So I think you need to be adaptable in terms of using your weaker foot a lot more than your stronger foot, as well as utilising your stronger foot as well. I think getting Mazilu back into English football on loan would give him the much needed experience that he needs. I think he's had a bit of experience out there in the European leagues now. I think he needs that EFL loan, whether that's Championship or high-end League One. And I think that a club like Cardiff really need to go all out and try and attract someone like a Mazilu on loan at the football club. Because I think something like that and someone like that with the talent that he's got and the potential he still has, I think it's a signing that's worth taking for Cardiff City. So Cardiff are entering a fresh new era for the 25-26 campaign. Is it an era that's going to be worth talking about, or is it going to be another nightmare season? Make sure you all let me know in the comments down below, and make sure you all do one more thing for me before you head off. Please like the video if you loved it, comment down below your thoughts and opinions, subscribe if you're new around here, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video. Thank you all very much for watching. I am the CHALL, Rovers till I die. Good night.